Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Lincoln Gymnasium for the regional contest for third place between the Prairie Grove Lady Tigers and the Berryville Lady Bobcats. I'm Lynn Gregson, and beside me is Derek Dugan. And today's game, Derek will play into seeding is essentially what this is about. This is about seeding. That's essentially what this game is. It's either going to be we're either going to play at, I think it's 1 o'clock. I think we play either 1 o'clock Wednesday or 1 o'clock Thursday, depending on how this plays out. So, or do they start at noon? I can't recall. 1 o'clock.
The boys will play at 2:30.
So it's probably 1
o'clock. 1 o'clock start. Yep. And you're right. The seeding, you don't think that, well, there's not much difference between a 3 and a 4 seed, and really there's not. You're both going to play the same amount of games once you get to that state tournament. But as you well know, Lynn, it's all about matchups and who you get matched up with. And if you draw a tough matchup in that first round, your season could be done. So, and there's other games being played around the state in the other two regions right now at this time to determine those seedings as well. And then, of course, tonight the regional championship games will be going on. So, this is not a place you want to be in one way, because you would rather be playing for a 1 or a 2 seed. But at the same time, you realize, hey, we're going to have more games to go, hopefully multiple games next week down at the state tournament, and everybody's going there at this point, so we're happy about that. Tonight, Lynn, you're talking about the Berryville team that we're fixing to play. We've played them 2 times already in the conference season and beat them both times, but both competitive matchups.
And I think right now, Derek, they're playing better than they've played all year long.
Yeah,
I mean, this is a team that has got consistently better throughout the season, and I think that you'll see them play a good game tonight. Now, I'm wondering if the young lady who got the stitches yesterday, if she's going to be I assume she got stitches.
Yeah, I actually talked to the coach from Berryville just when I walked in. I saw him, and yeah, you're right. She's not going to play today. He said if this was a state game and a one-and-done situation, she would probably be able to play, but they're going to hold her out, and I think it's a smart move.
Yeah, because you're going to have to play a tough team anyway. I mean, even though it's for
exactly.
seeding,
Yeah,
once you get to this point in the season, you're going to have to do well.
He said there was no concussion. It was just stitches from what he said. So that's good to hear, and hopefully she'll be able to help out the Berryville team next week down at Lone Oak.
Well, Derek, we're going to run the AAA ad that we have to run, and that's going to come, and we'll be back after this.
The schools participating in this football playoff game are members of the Arkansas Activities Association as authorized by the school boards. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students. The schools participating in this football playoff game are members of the Arkansas Activities Association as authorized by the school boards. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the Arkansas Activities Association. The Arkansas Activities Association, which is sponsoring this football playoff game, is a voluntary nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be the most desirable for high school youth. The Arkansas Activities Association is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of State High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility, which correspond to those recommended by the National Federation.
The Arkansas Activities Association believes that athletes are taught many things through sports. In addition to these skills, they learn self-control, ideals of fair play and honesty, respect for authority and for opposing players. To learn these values results in maximum benefits from his or her athletic experiences.
The Arkansas Activities Association supports good sportsmanship. All spectators have a responsibility while watching an athletic contest because their actions influence high school youth. It is important that they display the best of sportsmanship to help instill proper attitudes and ideals in these youth.
The Arkansas Activities Association recognizes that athletes represent more than themselves in an athletic competition. They represent their team, their fellow students, their teachers, and the community.
Okay, we're back, and Derek, just a couple minutes here before the game's going to tip off, and they're getting ready for the starting lineups. I think that today, Derek, we just need to play our game. We honestly, our girls have not played well the past 2 games. I don't know if it's an emotional leftover from a very emotional district and senior night and the whole thing. I wonder if all that just kind of caught up with them this week.
Yeah, it's definitely been a couple of sloppy games. I think Coach Fry would admit that, and the girls would actually admit that as well. We beat Waldron by 1 point on Wednesday night. They're actually going to do the national anthem, so we'll take a break and come back and talk about it.
Okay, here comes the starting lineup for the Berryville Lady Bobcats.
You do that. Austin's having a film because nobody showed up. So.
Number 14, Alexi Smith. Number 21, number 20, Alex McAllister. Derek, I don't have a one for 21.
And I don't either. There's 2 number 20s listed.
Number 11 is Allison Smith. Well, I think let's try to catch the PA announcer when she makes the first basket.
Okay. I think there's 2 20s listed on the program, and there's no 21, so I think it's just a typo on there.
I think you're right. And is it Sarah Johnson, number 25, Derek? Is she the one that got hit yesterday?
I actually think it's number 10, Brittany Smith.
Oh, Brittany Smith, okay.
I'm sorry, 15. I think it's Whitney Howerton.
Whitney Howerton, okay.
Is the one that got injured for Berryville yesterday.
There is the sophomore, Taylor Harton. Abby Smith, the senior. Derek, this is the first time our girls have played in a consolation game in quite some time. We usually are, playing for a championship, and but I think this is a game they really need to kind of find themselves. They've been in a funk the last couple of games. This is the chance to kind of, knock off those cobwebs, whatever it is that they've got, and just really get going again.
Yep, get some momentum into next week would be big for us today.
Lacey Beeks, Macy Colton, and Callie Robinson finish out the starting lineups. Well, we didn't get a lucky draw on the officials this time.
You know, that was one of the first things I noticed. When you're in a consolation game, sometimes you get consolation officials, I guess. So here we go.
All right. Well, jumping will be Colchin. Number 25, Sarah Johnson jumping. And Johnson controls the tip, and the Lady Bobcats get the ball, bringing it up. Number 14, Alexi Smith.
I think one of the things that's going to be key today, Lynn, is getting off to a fast start, creating – it's a noon game. There's not a lot of games that are played throughout the season at noon, so we've talked about it all week long about creating your own energy, and the Lady Tigers are going to have to do that this afternoon. Well, Beek's a little bit strong from the wing on her three-point shot. She hit a few of those from out there and got off to a great start last night in the tough loss against Ozark.
Well, Derek, the balance that we have really between the top 4 teams in our conference is pretty, it's pretty close relationship. I mean, because, we beat Farmington once, they beat us twice. We split with Ozark, and although we've beaten Berryville twice, or I guess we've beaten them 3 times now, right? Did we play them in the district?
No, we didn't play them in district.
Okay.
I think we just
right.
played them twice.
Yeah, we played them twice, and we beat them twice, but they've been close.
Yep.
Farmington's beat them, but it's been close. Ozark, it's all been close throughout.
Berryville's been in all of these conference games. They just haven't found a way to beat those top 3 teams.
And they'd like to get a win here, even though they're a lady down. And there's a missed shot. There's Colchin, and Callie Robinson gets the ball to Lacey Beeks, and Beeks unable to convert.
Well, we've gotten a couple of second chance opportunities the first couple of times down, Lynn, so that's good to see. But I hope we don't see the same shooting performance we saw last night in the girls' game and the boys' game. I hope our girls and boys come out and shoot a little bit better today.
Those games were almost mirror images of each other. They were
yeah.
both close at halftime. They both had a chance, and then they got blown away in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was like there was a lid on the bucket last night, and we couldn't throw it in.
There's a three-pointer on the way. Short. Colchin with the rebound. And here comes Macy. She gets it to Abby, and now Lady Tigers. We're 2.5 minutes into the game, still no score yet.
I think they took those lids off the rims for that Maumelle Pottsville boys game after last night.
Well, they went and removed the lids is what they did. Beeks back to Smith, and Tigers are being patient.
Yeah, the 2-3 zone, we saw it against Waldron. We saw it last night some against Ozark, and
Beeks, she nice drive this time by Beeks, and again just
goodness.
Unable to fall. And the lids must be back on, Derek.
Yep, they put them on for this noon game.
3 minutes gone by in the game, no score, all knotted up at 0 still.
The good thing is we're getting some good shots, Lynn, and you like to see that. Eventually, you got to think they're going to start falling down if you keep putting yourself in a position to get those open looks. And Berryville, on the other hand, really having to work hard for any shots they get. We forced a couple of turnovers, and I think we're in pretty good shape. Just got to start knocking down shots. It sounds very simple, but
4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score. We're almost halfway through the first quarter, yet to have a basket by either team. Colchin for 3, in and out. Robinson gets the rebound and gets it back out to Colchin.
Another second chance. Good job by Callie.
And now baseline. Back out to Smith. There's Taylor Harton for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Robinson again. Robinson with a lot of second chances. A bottom! Macy Colchin finally at the 4:08 mark. We get the first basket. 3-0, Derek.
Well, and it was a big one off of 2 offensive rebounds from Callie. Led to 3 opportunities from outside the arc, and Macy made him pay that time.
Derek, we were talking about the Maumelle game. I had a chance to go up to Peyton Hulse and Escarino for Lincoln before the game. I told him I'm sure their coach is going to give him a pep talk, but I gave him one said, don't get intimidated tonight. Just don't be intimidated. 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Beaks, no good. Rebound goes to Macy Colchin, and the Lady Tigers are getting second and third chances.
I bet that's 5 or 6 offensive rebounds already for us.
And now here comes Abby Smith, baseline, pull up, no good. And boy, we're getting lots of looks. And, you know, to have Berryville has to feel good. As many shots as we've gotten, only be down 3-0.
Yeah, I bet we've outshot them 10-2 probably.
I think you're
first
right.
5 minutes,
I don't think they've had that many
they
shots.
They have not shot the ball a lot at all. We've shot a lot, just haven't made a lot yet.
2:55 to go here. No score yet from Berryville. 3-0 Tigers lead, Lady Tigers.
Lynn, both of these teams were involved in really physical games last night. Us against Ozark, and Berryville lost by 5 to Farmington.
And they were in that game. They were in that
game the whole way. In fact, Berryville was leading Farmington when the point guard got the injury and had to go out of the game, and that really changed the complexion of the ball game for the Bobcats.
Parker Lopez, a freshman, and then Maddie Harton, sophomore, coming into the game. Coming out is Taylor Harton, and Beeks is going to come out. So it's Lacey Beeks. We don't have that happen often. He's going to let Beeks rest a little bit here in the first quarter. And the ball gets in the front court. No good. Lady Bobcats are having a hard time putting it in the basket too.
Well, I'm glad to see we're not the only team that struggled shooting on these goals over here, because for a while I thought it was just us. But, yeah, exactly right. It's just a different setting. I think the perception of the gym, the tightness of the rims may contribute to all that, but hope we can break out of that this afternoon.
Long cross-court pass, and Maddie Harton, we're down to almost 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 3-0, low scoring affair today. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
There's been no fouls called either, knock on wood. I'm knocking on the table right now.
Macy looks for a three, bottom, and no. Boy, here we go. Hey, Derek, it's 6-0.
Well, the rims aren't bothering Macy. She's off to a
She's
good
just
start.
not hitting them.
Yeah.
If you don't hit them, they can't bother you.
That's right. They can't bounce out on you. She's just going nothing but net from the outside. 2 early threes for Macy. We're pitching a shutout right now.
Derek, we're a minute
and
a half left in the first quarter, and Berryville's yet to get a basket. Gets it inside, and I think they're going to get Robinson for a foul. The first foul is going to be called with a $1:23 to go here in the first quarter. Coming back in is Beeks. Colchin goes out. Taylor Harton comes in. Ashley Cox comes in for Robinson. Abby Smith's going to take a rest. So on the floor is Lopez, the Harton twins, Ashley Cox, and Lacey Beeks.
You know, Lynn, I think it's a good strategy right here by Coach Froud. He's using that bench, subbing 2 or 3 girls in and out of time. And after a big quick turnaround from last night's game to an early tip-off this afternoon, I think it's a good move to try to keep our legs fresh for a full 4-quarter game.
That was close to 5 seconds. They're going to get Harton. Oh, man, that's ticky-tack. 1:05 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they called Beeks on that.
They call Beeks?
Yep, somehow.
And now Taylor Harton with the ball with 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Lady Tigers up 6-0. There is Maddie Harton. Pull up, shot, no good. Rebound Beeks. Finally Beeks gets one in. 8-0. Timeout is going to be called.
Yeah, the Berryville coach really upset the lack of effort on the defensive rebounding from his team. You got to give the Lady Tigers credit. They are making those opportunities, and that's one of the ways you can establish some early energy in the ball game is by making some hustle plays like that, getting those offensive rebounds and second chance points, and that's 6 points that we've gotten off of second chances. Lynn, the Berryville radio man is down here. I'm going to see if he can give me a clarification on that roster.
All right, if you'll do that, and he may not go to I'll maybe go to the guy beside him if he's part of Berryville, because that Berryville, you may want to wait till he takes a timeout because he's pretty intense. Yeah, I did that one night. He was kind. He strongly, gently kind of swished me away.
Well, I'm just going to wait till the quarter then.
Yep, there you go.
Don't want to get into any altercation over here on press row. Number 30, Mackenzie Ruiz is checked into the game, and there's the first points. Ruiz off the bench gets the
comes just under 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Yeah, our girls will play either 1 o'clock Wednesday or 1 o'clock Thursday, depending on what happens here. They're going to call a jump ball. Really don't like that. We lose our possession arrow there as we get ready to go into the end of the quarter. I always like, at the end of the quarter, I like to keep my possession arrow.
Yeah, the good thing is we've got plenty of time to get a decent shot here, run a good inbounds play. We got 8 seconds left. See what we can get.
Wow. Well, you know what? The call should have been a foul possibly, but the ball went out on. The ball did go out on Harton, but we retained possession. Now we don't have that luxury of a great shot. We should be able to get a shot off.
It's going to be a long one.
She gets it off short. So with the end of the first quarter, the score: the Lady Tigers 8, Lady Bobcats 2.
Hey, Ben.
PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office. For telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV, think PG Telco. Built on community, focused on progress.
Okay, getting ready to start the second quarter. Lady Tigers up 8-2. Derek, 7 minutes and 30 seconds before the Lady Bobcats were able to get a basket.
Got to credit the Lady Tigers defense on that. They forced a lot of turnovers early in the first quarter and then did a good job of defending the shots, contesting the Berryville shots, and getting rebounds, limiting them to one chance point shot opportunities on that end. We're used to seeing low-scoring games here in this regional tournament, Lynn. Points have been hard to come by in this gym.
Except for the late game last night, the 79-76 game.
Truly, that is the only exception.
Yep.
That is the only game that has been over up in the 60s and 70s. Everything else has been down in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. So this game's got that kind of pace to it as well.
Shot no good. Rebound's going to go to the Lady Bobcats. 7:38. We're just underway in the second quarter. Nice job by Beeks to knock it away. They were about to get a good shot, so Beeks did a nice job.
Well, one thing Berryville has done so far is they've run some nice inbounds plays to get them some good looks.
They just haven't fallen for them.
Yeah, they haven't converted.
And now they're going to get Abby Smith for that foul. Berryville's yet to.
You know what? They called that on Callie again. I asked Callie last night after the game, what has she done to these referees to draw all these fouls? Because I've seen Callie play for 2+ years now, 3 years basically, and never seen her got as many fouls as what she's been getting in the last few weeks. And I think there's another one. She's wondering, how did they get me on that foul?
And then we got Phil Hudspeth watching, and Johnny Musso in Springdale watching. Ah, yeah, I know who that one is today. That's brother Zach Orange with us.
I guess Zach got his fill of basketball last night. I don't blame him after those 2 games. Maybe Zach was what brought us the bad luck and the bad shooting percentage.
Yeah, we had to get Jake back in here. We traded Zach
Exactly.
for Jake last night. He's going to kill me for saying all this. No good. Rebound's going to go to the Lady Bobcats.
Well, then that was the second foul on Callie, so she's probably going to spend the rest of the half on the bench over there.
And Ashley Cox, well, she's not in, but she's definitely okay inside. Now the Lady Tigers have gone a little bit of time without a basket, Derek.
Yeah, we've hit a little bit of a drought after that Beeks follow-up. And then maybe this will get us going, a fast break opportunity.
And wow. Lopez. Parker Lopez with a chance for the three-point play.
You know, we see this almost every time that Lopez is coming to the ball game, Lynn, is instant offense. I mean, she kind of gives us that spark off the bench, and being a freshman,
and she knocks down the free throw.
Right in,
yeah, she doesn't hesitate. There's no hesitation on her part at all.
That was actually the first foul of the game called on Berryville. So over 9 minutes into the ball game, they just picked up their first foul.
Yeah, the Lopez family watching from California last night. All right, Derek, I got to – Zach called out Johnny Musso. Do you have any idea who Johnny Musso is?
You know, I have a feeling it's somebody from before my time.
You got that right.
Okay, good. Not to call you guys old or anything, but –
Zach's not old. He's just a student of history of the game.
He's just intelligent.
Yeah.
He's a historian. That's what it is. Okay. Well, there's Beek's second foul also, Lynn. So Lady Tigers getting into a little bit of foul trouble with a lot of time left in this half.
And now third one on Beeks.
Oh, goodness.
So Beeks gets back-to-back, and Coach Froud not happy with that.
Well, that's a big one right there, and Coach Froud had a sub coming in for Lacey, couldn't get her in time, and Berryville went right at her, and unfortunate for Lacey, she picks up a third foul.
Lady Tigers have been up by as many as 8. It was 8-0, been up by 7, 11-4, now it's 11-5. Allison Smith knocks down both free throws, and it's back to a 4-point lead, or a 5-point lead for the Tigers, 11-6.
And with the next foul, the Lady Bobcats will be in the bonus for the rest of the half.
And that's interesting because we went a long time before anybody got a foul, and then we picked up 6 in probably about a matter of about 4 minutes, Derek.
They've racked up in a hurry, Berryville, with just the one foul, so we're a long way. We may not make it to the bonus in this half. We'll have to find other ways to score.
With the style that we're playing, I doubt that we will. Abby Smith got it. Nice floater there by Abby, 13-6. 5:47 to go here in the first half.
Beautiful drive by Abby, and we talked about that in the boys' game last night. That 2-3 zone, you got to penetrate it sometimes.
Big three-pointer by Allie Teague. That closes it to 4-point lead, 13-9.
But Lynn, back to my point, you can't just pass the ball around the perimeter. At some point, you got to either get it inside through the pass or through the dribble. And that time, Abby took it upon herself to just drive into the lane and make a nice running shot with the left hand.
I don't know if you watched Colchin and number 30, Mackenzie Ruiz. Boy, Colchin tried to get position, and Ruiz just got her out of there.
Well, Macy is a little undersized, to say the least, down there. But usually that's Beeks inside there. And so with Beeks out of the game, Coach Froud has rotated Macy inside to that high post area, trying to find a little crease in the seam there.
And now a steal. Wow, nice hustle that time by the Lady Bobcats. Alexi Smith able to get a save, but no points come out of the transition there. 4:40 to go in the first quarter. – 13-9, Lady Tigers in the lead. Macy's working hard in there, but
she's trying.
Nice defense by the Lady Bobcats.
Berryville kind of just saying, hey, we're going to pack it in tight. You're not going to beat us inside. You're going to have to hit some outside shots. And Macy's, we've got probably, I would say, 5 capable scorers in the ball game.
Nice
drive there by Taylor.
Just unable to make it fall, and here comes the Lady Bobcats. There's Smith. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Should have been over the back there on Smith. And Berryville's going to call a timeout. 3:45 to go here in the first half, and the Tigers lead 13-9.
Clorox. Just hearing the name and you automatically think of the word clean. And Clorox is a lot more than just bleach. The Clorox family of products has something for the home, the business, professional grade, and more. No matter what the environment, Clorox has the product you need to meet your unique challenges. From the bathroom and the kitchen with Pine Sol and 409 to the laundry room with the standard Clorox bleach. And even if you're on the go with the Clorox wipes, you know the name stands for clean. Dirt and germs don't stand a chance as long as you're equipped with the family of Clorox products. Clorox, proud sponsors of Tiger Athletics and Activities. Take a stroll down memory lane as you stride into Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake, where things are done the old-fashioned way. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and even late night, you'll find only the best. Breakfast to die for, a lunch offering fresh burgers and fries, and dinner platters that are sure to keep you coming back for more. And did we mention hand-dipped shakes, as well as a great selection of desserts? It all awaits you at Steak and Shake, located just south of the mall. Steak and Shake, life needs flavor.
And now Berryville for the first time showing some pressure in the half court, and they create a turnover.
And they're going to go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Well, that was probably the reason for the timeout taken by Berryville right there, was to change up their defensive strategy and force a little pressure in the half court, and we did not do a good job of handling it. They call that foul on Maddie Hart, and that's her first foul of the ball game. And now we got a 1-and-1 situation for the Lady Bobcats. This is Sarah Johnson at the free throw line.
Johnson, now the lead has been as big as 8, down to 3. And, you know, Berryville, give them a lot of credit. They're playing about one of their leaders on the team.
Yeah, and right now it's danger time for the Lady Tigers because we're playing without one of our leaders as well,
Beeks,
with Beeks and Robinson on the bench probably for the rest of this half. These other girls are very capable. They're going to have to step up and handle this pressure.
And now here comes Colchin.
And that's the one thing Beeks gives you out on the floor, is that calm presence whenever you are seeing pressure in your face. And right now we've got to find somebody else to step up and handle that role.
Well, I think Coach Corneliuson's recognizing that. That's why he's put the pressure on.
Yep.
3.5 minutes, under 3.5 minutes to go. Shot on the way, no good. And a save over there by Smith. The Lady Bobcats trying to either take the lead or tie. 3-pointer on the way, no good. And now here comes Taylor Hart. Taylor drives, lays it up and in. Taylor Hart goes coast to coast on the rebound. 15-11, 2:45 to go here in the first half.
Well, that's one way to break pressure, is don't ever allow it to set up. And that time Taylor just got it and went. It also didn't allow Berryville to set up in that 2-3 zone and possibly set up any trap in the half court. Great job by Harton.
And if they miss again, we need to push that action there.
Exactly.
Keep pushing it.
Well, really, we've got 4 very good ball handlers on the floor.
And a nice job that time.
Get out of there.
That should be a foul. I think.
Oh, goodness. The baseline official wanted to call a jump ball, but thankfully the other guy stepped in and called the foul in Berryville. We're still a long way from the
they've
bonus.
only got 2 team fouls, so they have no problems with fouls at all.
Here you see the pressure. They're waiting for it.
Abby's going to get a 10-second call.
Yeah, she needs to go.
Wow, you know what? They don't get a foul call, Derek, for nearly a half.
9 minutes.
9 minutes, and they get 2 in 30 seconds. And that, I got to tell you, if I'm a Berryville fan, that was the most ticky-tack foul I've seen.
Well, if they call it like that, we will be shooting free throws before the half's over.
Now we get it over. That front court pressure is really giving us fits.
And Macy did change her pivot foot right there. That was I'll give the referee credit on that one. She actually got that one right.
Well, you got to do that. Give her credit when it does, because it doesn't happen often. 15-11, 1:50 to go.
Well, we're just trying to preserve this lead and get to the half so we can get Beeks and Robinson back into the ball game. We really miss their presence out on the floor.
Especially with the pressure.
With the pressure, definitely.
And now 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, good defense by Cox.
And then she gets a foul. You know, Cox is playing really good, and she's getting to the ball. I've noticed on both ends of the floor, though, she's mishandled it a little bit.
Yeah, and that one, it was a tough play, Lynn. She couldn't quite get the handle on it. She batted it out. And anytime you have a loose ball like that, it's a 50-50 situation, and you just got to be the team that makes that play. And Berryville right now is kind of getting to those 50-50 balls, whereas early in the game we were getting to them.
Well, Teague makes the first free throw. It's 15-12.
The good thing is we still have the lead, Lynn, and
Coach Froud's asking for a foul.
and the referee over here in front of us, he looked straight at Coach Froud's wife, who I'm sure was giving her opinion about the lack of an over-the-back call on that last rebound. And now Taylor's trapped in the corner. They're going to call foul there. They get 21, Teague, for her second foul. So that official is calling it pretty tight. And luckily for us, that was going to be tough to get out of that trap there. Lopez has got to get by that pressure, and if you can get by that pressure, Lynn, you got numbers on the other side of it.
Yeah, it's 15-12. You're almost, if you can, boy, they're really applying it up front.
That was lucky Teague didn't get her third foul. That one probably was a foul.
Boy, Lopez was open for just a moment there. Yeah, they're going to get her for the walk.
Well, I like the aggressiveness from Abby right there. She tried to make something happen. Just got to take that one extra dribble and get to the rim. And now Berryville down 3 with less than a minute to play.
And they may go for a final shot here.
I really wouldn't think they would, Lynn. I think, the way we've been turning it over here lately, I think
almost want to get
they want to get a shot off and maybe create another one before the half's over. And the clear out there move by Alexi Smith. She's lucky she didn't get called a foul. I thought she pushed off Abby there.
That was double.
Was it?
And the shot made, 15-14, 20 seconds to go. And now Taylor Harton. They get it over the timeline, and now to Maddie Harton. Ashley Cox.
Lynn, when you can hit somebody in the middle of the floor against pressure, that's where it really exposes the defense, and you can get some opportunities going to the basket. That time a 2-on-1, Berryville got back in time to save a basket, but it was a good job by the Lady Tigers of breaking the pressure and going to it.
4 seconds. Here's Harton for 3. Bottom!
Big shot.
That's the way
there.
to end the quarter. 18-14. Bottom. That was great, Derek.
Oh, excellent execution. There wasn't a whole lot of time left on the clock right there on that inbounds play, and they left Taylor wide open on the wing, and she made him pay for it. Lynn, the Berryville Bobcats scored 2 points in that first quarter. They outscored us 12-10, but you got to like the way we finished right there. And second half, we'll be seeing Beeks, we'll be seeing Robinson back into the ball game. The thing you got to be careful with now, if you're Lacey, is you do not want to pick up that fourth foul in the third quarter. If she does, she's probably going to sit until the fourth quarter, I would think. So Lacey's got to be real smart right now, and I know she's frustrated. She's going to have to calm down and make sure she doesn't get a cheap one here in the third quarter so she can play a lot of this half. We're going to need her, especially against that pressure.
All right, well, we're going to go to the AAA announcement. We'll be back for the second half.
The schools participating in this football playoff game are members of the Arkansas Activities Association as authorized by the school boards. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the Arkansas Activities Association. The Arkansas Activities Association, which is sponsoring this football playoff game, is a voluntary nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be the most desirable for high school youth. The Arkansas Activities Association is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of State High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility, which correspond to those recommended by the National Federation.
The Arkansas Activities Association believes that athletes are taught many things through sports. In addition to these skills, they learn self-control, ideals of fair play and honesty, respect for authority, and for opposing players. To learn these values results in maximum benefits from his or her athletic experiences.
The Arkansas Activities Association supports good sportsmanship. All spectators have a responsibility while watching an athletic contest because their actions influence high school youth. It is important that they display the best of sportsmanship to help instill proper attitudes and ideals in these youth.
The Arkansas Activities Association recognizes that athletes represent more than themselves in an athletic competition. They represent their team, their fellow students, their teachers, and the community. Athletes who display good sportsmanship reflect high moral standards.
Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance. Everett Chevrolet is the home of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size truck on the road today, the Chevy Silverado. And the 2014 Silverado has been totally redesigned, and it's better than ever before. And right now, the selection of Silverados at Everett Chevrolet has never been better. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, extended cab, crew cabs, and every color you can imagine with options to die for. So make the short drive to Everett Chevrolet just off of I-540 at Elm Springs Road. Family-owned, customer-friendly, Everett Chevrolet. Love God, love others, and serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan, or on the Ivory Coast of Africa, or doing mission work in Guatemala, or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama, or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God through our love for our neighbors. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to experience PGCC firsthand. We have convenient service times with services on Sunday at 9 and 10:30. And trust us, we have plenty of activities for the kids. Prairie Grove Christian Church, serving Western Washington County and beyond. Love God, love others, and serve others. Prairie Grove Christian Church. You just bought that first home, or maybe the first new car, and you want it properly covered. Think Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Home, life, auto, RV, boat, motorcycle insurance. Think Mark Spence, your local Shelter Insurance agent. Call 846-2999. That's 846-2999. Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence proudly support Tiger athletics and activities. I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946.
All right, we're getting ready for the second half. And guys, Derek, that three-pointer by Taylor Harton right at the end of the half, huge shot because they had pulled within one. Prairie Grove's held the lead throughout. Berryville able to close within one. That's been the closest they've been.
And a key there to end the half was when Beeks picked up that third foul, I think we were up 4 points. And so for our girls to withstand all that pressure that Berryville threw at us and we still maintain that 4-point lead, that's big for our girls' confidence. And it improves our chances, obviously, of winning this ball game when Beeks was out for us to be able to maintain that lead and not have any drop-off. I'm glad to see, well, and actually Coach Froud is not going to take a gamble right here. He's going to start with Beeks on the bench, give her a couple more minutes of rest to not pick up that fourth foul that we talked about. I would expect to see Lacey very quick here in the third quarter.
Well, it'll be.
But we had the lead, so, I mean, I guess there's no sense in risking her picking up that fourth foul
this early
when we've got the lead. He wants to make sure Lacey's available down the stretch because this game may get tighter as we go. Is interesting, Lynn. Oh, moving screen there. Illegal screen on number 11, Allison Smith. That's her second foul.
Second foul, and they didn't get a foul for the nearly, 10, 15 minutes into the game almost. Or not, 10, 12 minutes into the game, and they pick one up in the first 15 seconds. Well, he saw that this was giving us problems, and now we're attacking, and they pick up 2 quick fouls. And that's –
you know, the one thing with Beeks being out of the game, another thing is it forced us to put Colchin inside.
Wait.
And when we put Colchin inside, it took away her three-point shot, and she's hit 2 of them in the first quarter, and she didn't score in that second quarter. So maybe getting Macy back out on the perimeter will help us increase the scoring from the outside.
Well, it's
Here
open.
She goes. She had a look at it. Nice drive
Pull-up
into
jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Robinson. She's looking to get it out. And the Lady Tigers do. Nice hustle by Robinson.
Oh, great hustle again by Callie. And Callie she's probably getting close to 10 rebounds. I'm just statting points and fouls over here, but got a lot of rebounds during the minutes that she's played.
Boy, it's been a long first minute of the third quarter. We're not even a minute in.
Well, usually when you have the lead, the clock seems to go a little bit slower. It's when you're behind, when you're needing more time, that it seems to fly by.
Harton,
boy, wide open.
Three-pointer, no good, falls short. And saved by Colchin. Nice job by Macy, and the Lady Tigers get a third chance this time down. Macy Colchin driving baseline, gets it out. They're going to call her for a walk. .646 to go here in the third, 18-14. Lady Tigers.
Anxious to see how long Coach Froud keeps Beeks over on the bench right now. If it gets closer than what it already is, or we give up the lead, I got to think she's going to be back in the game.
This is really, we're having a hard time with this front court pressure.
Oh, that's a foul. There you go.
So you're going to get 2 shots this time.
Lynn, did you notice who scored that last bucket by Berryville? I was flapping my gums, and I think it was 21.
I think you're right.
Okay.
McAllister second. That's 3 team fouls. They've got more fouls, I think, already in this quarter than they did the whole first half.
Just about. Lynn, Berryville was 7 out of 8 at the free throw line. The Lady Tigers just got there one time in the first half, so it was good to see Macy get to the free throw line. Maybe that'll spark our offense a little bit.
19-16.
And Macy's got 7 points. She leads us in scoring right now. Actually leads all scorers in the ball game.
6 minutes. There's a three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound goes to Robinson. Robinson does such a great job of boxing out. You know,
always undersized, Lynn. She's never looking down on anybody out there when she plays. She's always giving up a few inches and some size inside, but she always does a great job.
Callie's only 5'6".
Yeah,
I mean, she's
not your typical post player,
but she plays bigger.
She knows how to play. Yep.
And a nice drive, no good by Colchin. by Harton. Boy, that would have been nice for that to fall for us and give us a 5-point lead. Here come the Lady Tigers, and a nice pass and give goes in. Number 25, Sarah Johnson. Nice give that time.
That was good fast break offense for Berryville. We didn't get back down the floor. We've got to really sprint after we give up a rebound. Got to sprint back down the floor and then not give up those easy chances.
5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tigers up by 1.
And Lynn, Berryville's never led in the ball game. Is that right?
That's correct.
Got off to a great start against them, and they've kind of hung around. And Beeks still over on the bench. It kind of surprises me, Lynn. You hope Lacey's not hurt.
4:40 to go here in the third quarter. Coach Frau barking out some orders over there. Here comes Beeks at the 4.5-minute mark.
And Lynn, if Coach Frau really wants to get Beeks in the game right now, he's still got all 5 of his timeouts. You know, you want to hang on to those if you can in a tight ball game, but I would say this is a critical possession in the ball game with us just being up 1 point.
Abby, no good. Rebound goes to the Lady Bobcats. And the Lady Bobcats have a chance to take the lead for the first time in the game with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball quickly down the court. And it's going to be a foul. That's going to put Allie Teague to the line. First team foul and first foul on Abby here in the second half. And we're tied up for the first time since the beginning of the game at 0-0. And now, if Teague knocks us down, the Lady Bobcats will have the lead for the first time. 3:56 to go in the third. Beeks comes back in, just under 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And the Lady Bobcats at the 3:56 mark take the lead for the first time in the game.
Well, we got to respond right now. Beeks is coming in fresh. She said a lot of minutes, probably an entire quarter if you had the 4 minutes here and the 4 minutes at the end of the second quarter. So Lacey should be good to go right now.
We got to break that. We got to break that time. It went off the Lady Bobcats' foot. There's Harton for 3, no good. And the Lady Tigers going to get another break.
It'll be interesting to see if Berryville continues to apply pressure with Beeks being in the ball game right now. We'll see on the next May basket probably if Berryville tries to set any traps at the half-court line.
Beeks trying to work it inside. Jump ball is going to go to Lady Bobcats. So Lady Tigers had a couple of different opportunities that time, unable to get a shot the second time around, and now Lady Bobcats looking to extend their lead. And it's a 4-point lead as Teague hits the 3, and it's 23-19. You're right, Coach Frau has all his timeouts. I'll be surprised if they get a 6-point lead, doesn't take a timeout.
And you see that with Beeks in the game, they have gone back to that standard 2-3 zone defense. They've put their feet inside the 3-point line, and they're kind of saying right now, we've got to beat them from the outside. And so far, we have not been able to do it. We've hit 3 threes, but not consistently enough.
Bottom! There we go.
That'll girl, Maddie.
23-22. Harton. 3-point on the way, no good. And it lands right back into the Teague's hand. Teagues puts it up and in. 25-22. Got to have those rebounds right there.
Well, Teague has outscored us 9 to 4 just by herself in this quarter. So she's come out hot. She's got 13 points in the game. We got to do a better job of blocking out number 1 and then defending her off the dribble.
Pull-up jumper by Colchin, no good. And Robinson should have been a foul there. I got Brothers Froud behind me, and they're shouting for the foul.
They come by it honest, don't they?
That apple don't fall far from a tree, I can tell you that. 25-22.
Lopez checking back into the game for the Lady Tigers, this time giving Macy a little bit of a break.
Now Parker. Well, you know, Derek, I got to tell you, Robinson's getting mugged inside, and he called that. I mean,
well, and a lot of times the referees will let you get a little more physical inside, but they'll call it close on the outside. There's a foul and one.
There Beeks. First time she scored since early in the game, Derek.
Yep, that's right. She had 2 points, and again, she set out a lot of the second quarter and set out half of this third quarter. Good job by Lacey finishing through the contact there.
Beeks is now 2 of 3 from the line, if I remember correctly.
I've got her 1 for 1, Lynn,
okay.
but I may have missed 1 or 2 here or there.
25 all with a minute and a half to go here in the third. So this game's going to go all the way now. Boy, I tell you what, Teague bounced that ball hard.
Yeah, Teague's trying to take over the ball game right now. We got to be aware of that. Just really play good, solid defense on her.
She's got good size, too.
Yeah, she does. She's very athletic.
And now Beeks.
Yeah, here's where Beeks can just get the rebound and go. That's a block. Oh, they call a charge. I thought Lacey sidestepped her there.
That's 4 on Lacey, so
yeah.
Lacey's got to come out. I didn't think she got set quick enough there, Derek.
I didn't either, and that's a tough call there. Lacey, I thought, tried to do a good job of sidestepping her and not hitting her full on right there, but actually both officials were going to call a charge on that. The only positive here is, Lynn, we got a minute left to get to that fourth quarter, and hopefully Lacey can play a full quarter for us at that point.
I'll be surprised if I think she won't come in until the 6-minute mark, Derek.
You may be right. She may not. Oh, they missed 2 walks on that possession.
And the Lady Tigers somehow in that melee come out with the ball. 41 seconds to go here in the third quarter, all tied up at 25.
You know, we get a bucket here and regain the lead. That could be big momentum going into the final quarter.
Well, it's 30 seconds, and I think Coach Froud, is he going to settle for a final shot here, Derek?
I would if I was him. Of course, he's got one more state championship ring than the 3 of us combined, so. Oh, man.
Shot no good, rebound. And now they got plenty of time.
Yeah, we went a little too quick right there. Now Berryville's going to get the last shot.
Oh, if Harton had been looking that time, I think she might have got that. So at the end of 3 quarters, it's all tied up at 25. Let's see what Coach Froud's going to do with the lineup. I think he's going to. I'm going to say he keeps Beeks on the bench at least to the 6-minute mark. He might not, but I believe he will.
I think a lot of it will his decision will be dictated on how we come out and play. If Berryville gets hot and scores a couple of quick ones, he'll probably immediately go with Lacey back in the game. If we're able to keep the lead or maintain a tie or just keep within striking distance, he's probably going to try to protect her and keep her from getting that 5th foul. I don't know if I've ever seen Lacey foul out of a ball game. I mean, I can't think of the last time I saw Lacey foul out of a game, so she's got some tough breaks to go against her tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. Low-scoring game once again, Lynn. Are you surprised?
No. And you know, it's funny, after watching the other conference, girls and boys, they tend to run a different, a different pace of the game.
Pace, yep.
I would say ours tends to be a little more old school. I mean, a little more set up offense.
Yep. Half court, in your face, more physical.
But,
more physical, but more below the rim for sure.
But I think that, and so you tend to have lower scoring games.
Yep. Possessions tend to take a little bit longer. You're right. The other conference seems to be a little more run and gun type of basketball where they're getting shots off very quickly, and you can see there's a lot of passes usually in our girls conference on every possession, which takes time. Nice job.
The Lady Tigers are able to get possession back, and it's Fourth quarter here, 25 all. Lady Tigers led most of the way, and then third quarter, the Lady Bobcats able to seize the lead for a brief moment. And now it's all tied up. 7:30 to go in the ball game. Lady Tigers trying to get the 3 seed. Maddie Harton for 3, no good. Rebound easily goes to the Lady Bobcats, and they're pushing the action. A lot of action going on underneath there.
A lot of action and no points.
Under 7 minutes to go in the ball game now.
And Lynn, we've got Beeks. I just noticed Macy is also out of the ball game right now. So Robinson and Smith, the only seniors on the floor. Coach Froud's got timeouts there. They call a jump ball. She wrapped her arms all the way around.
I don't know how you could. I mean, and the other ref may actually.
Well, and they are going to get a foul, which that's the right call in, because if there's a jump ball and a foul at the same time, the foul takes precedence over that. So we're going to give this referee credit for the second time this afternoon.
The Berryville fans are not happy.
They are not happy at all.
They're not happy. They're. I can read lips, and that wasn't got kind gesture over that way.
Well, I'll tell you that. I mean, if that referee had a foul and the other referee had a jump ball at the same time, they made the correct call. It turns out it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But it actually put us one foul away from the bonus, so that is, next foul we will be shooting free throws.
And that could be big down the stretch.
Yeah.
And with that, Derek, we should attack. We should attack the basket. If they've got those fouls, your chances of getting a foul, either with a hand check, would be highly possible. Now the Lady Tigers defense stepping up. And
there was a good attack there. Just another opportunity.
Who are they getting? They're going to get Cox. That's the third team foul. 6 minutes to go in the ball game.
Lynn, that's what the zone defense is one of the reasons it's designed to do, is to slow you down and make you not aggressive on offense. And Berryville has done a really good job of that. We've got to continue to attack. That was a nice job by Taylor that time. Just keep trying to go at him.
Not a bad, and there's a three-pointer on the way. Got it. That's a big three-pointer whenever points are at a premium. McAllister hits the 3, and it's 28-25.
And that was McAllister's first points of the ball game. And here comes the pressure again from Berryville. Got to think Coach Froud's going to come back with Colton and Beeks.
10 seconds.
Oh, goodness.
I said it would be after 6 minutes, Derek. You said it would be depending on how things went at 5.5. With that turnover, in comes Beeks back into the game. Yeah,
and this is a good chance to get her back in. The 3-point deficit, Berryville's got the ball. This is a key defensive possession for the Lady Tigers. This is their biggest lead, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Lynn, or did they get it to 4?
No, this is it.
This is their biggest lead. So we're in a one-possession game right now. A lot of time left. You just got to get a stop here.
They've had
Beeks is back in the game.
They've had a 3-point lead a couple times, but this is – and, Derek, here's the they may have stretched it to 4 now that I'm thinking back.
I wasn't keeping a running total.
But it's very important here that Beeks doesn't pick up the 5th foul. But
yes.
Abby, even during the regular season when there's not this, she sometimes takes her time taking it up the court, and that time I think kind of caught up with her a little bit.
Well, she knows what's coming. You see those Berryville defenders, they're basically stalking her at half court and waiting for her to cross the line, and so she's trying to set up. That's a big miss right there.
That was in and out, and that was huge.
Yep.
And now now they're going to go back. When Beeks is in the game, they sink back down.
They sag back. They don't want Lacey getting it in an open court. They're going to back off there.
And there's Maddie Harton for 3, short. Rebound's going to go to the Lady Bobcats. We're going to have to hit some outside shots here down the stretch.
Yeah, they're really packing it in on us. Like to see Lacey get some touches on the offensive end and maybe get her going offensively to maybe spark us.
3-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound goes to Lady Bobcats. And now a 5-point lead, which is their largest lead of the game. And Derek, I'll tell you this. Berryville has not beaten Prairie Grove in about 7 years. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yep. Farmington and Ozark broke their streaks on them this year, but it's been a long time for Berryville. Abby Smith thought about the three.
And you know what? If you're not ready to shoot, you don't want to shoot. You
Shot
want
on
to
the
be
way
ready
short.
when you take a shot.
And there's Beeks.
Come on, Lacey.
And
There you go.
Beeks. Oh, boy, we could have had that one fall for us. Beeks going to go to the line. Now, it's going to take now Macy Colton come back in, another scorer really for the Lady Tigers. And we're going to need some points down the stretch. Beeks knocks the first one down, 30-26. Well, 4:08 to go in the game. Lady Tigers down by 4. We remind you, coming up after this game, we'll take a short break, and the boys will be there. It's the second one. It's good, 30-27. The boys will play right after this. They'll play a very talented Pottsville team.
Defending state champs, Lynn.
You're exactly right. The defending state champs. And I'll tell you, if you just like basketball, I'd stay to watch that one for sure. Tried to force it in, kick. Going to go in favor of the Lady Bobcats.
Well, we're still in it, Lynn. I mean, it's a one-possession game. Even though they got it to 5, we've got it back down to 3. This is another big possession.
Oh.
Don't want to see Lacey. I wouldn't be surprised if they attack Lacey right now. She's got to be really smart, not pick up that 5th foul.
3:40 to go.
Good hands by Abby.
Long three, got it. Wow.
Oh, goodness.
That was a big three-pointer. Now they have the largest lead of the game. Three-pointer by McAllister. That's her second one.
Yeah, McAllister hadn't scored all game, and she comes out hot in the 4th quarter and hit 2 from outside. And now clock has run out, Lynn. We're almost to the point where we got to come with pressure on any chance that we get.
Lacey tried to force the action, didn't quite happen. Now we're down to 3 minutes, and Derek, you're right. We're going to have to, Coach Froud, I think will probably take a timeout next time we get possession because we kind of got to reset here.
And Lynn, we've only had 3 fouls.
That's a double dribble.
The thing about it, Lynn, is that's only our 4th foul, so we can continue to be aggressive defensively. Berryville's still 3 fouls away from shooting free throws.
If you're Berryville now, you don't shoot, really. I mean, you got a 6-point lead. You can run some clock off.
There's no need to.
Short. Now this is an important possession this time for the Lady Tigers. Here comes Beeks. Gives it up. Harden. Abby Smith for 3. Bottom! Wow!
That was huge, Lynn. First 3-point basket for Abby. Cuts the lead back to 3, 1-possession game. And now we got a chance to get a stop and tie the game.
And now, down almost to the 2-minute mark.
Come on, girls. Play solid right here.
No reason to panic just yet. So with 2 minutes to go, Berryville calls a timeout. They're going to take a full one. Let's take it with them. A 2:01. Lady Tigers trail 30-33.
You just bought that first home or maybe the first new car and you want it properly covered. Think Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Home, life, auto, RV, boat, motorcycle insurance. Think Mark Spence, your local Shelter Insurance agent. Call 846-2999. That's 846-2999. Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence proudly support Tiger athletics and activities.
Let's go, girls!
All right.
Go.
30-33.
Big possession right here, Lynn. We can get a stop, force a turnover. You know the pressure is going to be ramped up right here for the Lady Tigers. With still 3 fouls away from the bonus for Berryville, we can be really aggressive on defense right now.
And Coach Consolation may say, hey, look, they got to be aggressive. You got 3 fouls to give. No reason to take a shot unless you got a layup.
Yeah, exactly right. You don't want to get too conservative, but at the same time.
And now we're gonna have to come aggressive here.
Yeah, might as well. Nothing to lose right now. There you go.
And there's
there
a foul.
Go.
We're going to go to the line.
1-1, that's right.
Go to the line here. If Abby Smith can knock these down, Derek, we could be within one possession in the sense that you don't have to bomb a 3 to tie it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Critical free throw right here.
Yeah, and it's critical to make both of these free throws so we can set up a press, Lynn. We can set up that full court pressure, and we can still be aggressive like we were saying earlier.
Got the first one, 31-33. And the other part of this is if you were to get up 2 points, you still got the 3-pointer to tie it up. So
that's right. Yep. Yeah, it'll be a one-possession game.
It doesn't look like Coach Frow's going to have the pressure, though. No, he's going to back it off, Derek, 33-32.
Well, I guess he's going to rely on his half-court defense to create another turnover, get another stop. Still plenty of time here.
I think we're going to have to get out and play little D.
I wouldn't be surprised at some point if we run a trap on the ball, Lynn. Try to pick up the pace and speed Berryville up into a mistake.
There you go. McCutcheon with the steal. She lays it up. And then the Lady Tigers, 34-33 with 1:10 to go.
I'm telling you now, Coach Frow backs off the pressure. Now he's saying back off a little bit.
Don't foul. He's begging not to foul. We got 1 minute to go. Exciting finish here. It's been close throughout. Coach Cornelius.
Oh, and that's not okay. We're okay, though. That's just the 5th foul.
Yeah. Now Coach Frow's going to take a timeout. 51.9. He's taking the 30, so we'll stay on the air with you.
This is a good timeout, Lynn, by Coach Frow because it allows him the chance to stress to his girls, hey, don't give up anything easy. You can afford to be aggressive right now.
You got 1 foul to go.
1 foul to give here, and it allows him to set up his defense because you got to think, you know, we've done a great job on Teague. She scored 9 points in the 3rd quarter, has not scored yet in the 4th quarter. You wonder if Berryville will go back to her so gives us a chance to prepare for that possession.
Well, Derek, here's another thing, too. I mean, this is somewhat, if they started running down towards a final shot, you got that foul to give. You get down inside a few seconds, you can foul. I mean,
and that's why
on the floor.
You're right, Lynn. That's why I think it would be a mistake for Berryville to play for 1 shot. I think they got to try to get something early. It's real key that we get the rebound off of this shot, whatever shot they take.
Assuming they don't make it. Yeah.
Assuming they don't make it, make sure you block out and get possession of that ball.
Colchin had a similar steal the other day against Waldron to send us in.
Yeah. She stepped on the line.
She stepped on the line.
How about that?
Wow. And now the Lady Tigers can sit back and wait for the foul. And now Harden gets it.
And Berryville will have to foul if they can't get a quick steal. Come on, Lacey. Oh, come on, Lacey. Oh, my goodness. Boy, she had 2 great looks at it right there.
Wow, and Coach Frow not sure. Wow. She's going to get 2 shots. I'm surprised. Derek, I'm really surprised right there that we did. Lacey had good looks. So
it's a layup. You hate to pass up a layup, but just unfortunate we couldn't get it to go. Huge free throw. She's going to get 2 shots on this. Alexi Smith is 2 out of 2 at the line. Maybe she'll miss 1 or 2.
She got the first one, so we're tied up. Boy, I thought we kind of had control there, and then all of a sudden, now we're tied up with 32 seconds. This one is good, and so now the Lady Tigers are forced to score, and I wouldn't do a final shot.
No, you're down 1. You got to look for an early shot, and Coach Froud still has 3 timeouts left. He's setting up exactly what he wants right now, but he's still got those timeouts if he needs it. Got to think it's going to go through Beeks at some point.
Coach Froud's going to
take timeout. Yeah, good timeout. He didn't get quite exactly what he was looking for, so now he's got a chance to set up an exact look.
Boy, it's nothing, Macy. It was an easy basket that just for some reason didn't fall for us.
That's happened over here at this gym. I mean, we've seen shots go all over that rim and not fall in, and this is a good thing here. It's easier to set up a baseline inbounds play than a sideline inbounds play, so this gives us a chance to run a specific look on the offensive end here to try to get a quick score. But we're down to 10. I think 10 seconds left on the clock.
10, I think it was 10. It was 11 or 10 or 11 seconds.
What you'd like to do, Lynn, ideally, is get a shot with about 6 seconds left that allows you the chance to get an offensive rebound, or if you miss the shot and Berryville rebounds, it allows you the chance to foul them and put them at the line and extend the game, which is what you want at this point.
Well, I thought it was 11.7, but let me see.
You might be right. It's right around the 10-second mark, I think.
Let's see. It'll come up here in just a moment. And so now we are down to 10.7 seconds, Derek.
10.7. Well, we were both right about that. Here we go, girls.
So now here comes Beeks.
Oh, we're having trouble getting it in.
Got it in to Beeks. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Got a foul, girls.
That's it. There's no way we can do it, Derek.
No.
Well, that's going to do it. Our girls is going to play at 1 o'clock on Thursday. The girls will play 1 o'clock Thursday, and we'll be the 4th seed. And, you know, if you're on the other side of that, you know, our girls are capable of being a 1 seed in this tournament we've had. So.
Oh, no doubt. 14 points for Teague. She has been quiet since the 3rd quarter, but that was a big free throw there, and really she just misses that one on purpose.
And that's going to do it. The final score, the Lady Bobcats pull it out, 36-34. They beat the Tigers for the first time since the 2007 season. So congratulations to them. They'll have the 3rd seed. If you're a Lady Bobcat fan watching, you'll be playing on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. The Lady Tigers will be playing Thursday at 1 o'clock.
Well, and you're right. I mean, once you get down to that state tournament and you're one of the final 12 teams left,
you're going to play somebody good.
You're going to play somebody good no matter when you're playing. You hate to go into it with a 2-game losing streak, but at the same time, maybe that's a motivating factor for us going back down to Lone Oak.
And really and truly, if you think back, Derek, it's a 2-game losing streak, but you almost felt like you lost the Waldron game. I mean, you really haven't played well in 3 games.
Yeah, since that great game, it was like that was the peak of our season playing last week in the district championship against Farmington. And then since then, I think you're right, it was kind of an emotional letdown, and we're still feeling the after effects from that. Hopefully we got some time now between Saturday here and Thursday down at Lone Oak. We got some time to get some things worked on and worked out, and can go down there and make some noise down at that state tournament.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this game. And the final score, Lady Bobcats 36, Lady Tigers 34. We're going to go off the air for just a moment. We'll be back.
Lynn, they've actually put 15 minutes on the clock.
All right, so we'll be back in about probably 10 minutes or so,
okay.
and we'll talk about this game.